is a review of lesson 22. And I'm going to remind you that our guess and check, it was kind of on the outside of the paper. Do you remember that last time?
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm putting those dotted dots and dashes that you have on the edge of your paper. So this is guess and check over there, okay? Now, if you are wanting your columns, go ahead and write them in, but don't feel like you have to. But those are the columns. Also, do you notice on yours, I think you only have one estimation.
Yeah.
Make sure you've got 2 on there. So add another. Now, what I told block 1 is, if you run out of room to write a problem, and you run into the next problem doing this one, go get a piece of scratch paper. It's not worth it to try and fit it on the page. The best format we know is the 4 columns. And if you don't have room to do 4 columns, get a blank piece of paper and work on it. Okay? All right. So the first step, after I write the problem, is to decide if the first 2 numbers are large enough. Are they? Okay. Then I decide what I'm going to round my divisor to. 15, totally. Go ahead and write it both times. How far do I have to skip count? 60 or 75? Yeah, something like that. Yeah. At least close to 65. Okay, so now I ask myself, which number is closest to the 65 that I put a box around? 60. 1, 2, 3, 4. So in the guess and check, Sergio, I'm going to take 4 times something. What's it going to be? 16. So 16 times 4. Everybody do that.
Perfect.
Okay, so does the 4 work?
Yes.
All right, so where do I write it?
On top of the 5.
And the 64 down below. Now I'm going to check, is 1 less than 16?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've brought down a number, and it's not going to work. I can't divide it into 15 groups, so what do I need?
0.
So do you remember this yesterday? We had one like this. I'm going to go ahead and write my zeros here. Okay? And what I need to remember is that when I skip count, I really need to start with 0 every time. Okay? The number closest to 10 without going over is 0. So what number did I bring down?
0.
And that's where I write it. You can do this one of 2 ways. Zern is going to have you go ahead and write the 0 and subtract it. But am I okay with just writing remainder here?
Yes.
Yes. Now comes your highlighter. And this is why I want to use it today, okay? Whoops. I didn't get changed to highlighter. Yeah. Okay, I really want you to highlight these in the triangle. Yesterday I had kids confused on how to multiply. And they knew how to multiply. They just accidentally multiplied the 16 times the 10. Okay? So I want to go back to the highlighter, at least till the confusion's gone. All right? I'm going to do 16 times what?
40.
40. Now, here's the nice thing about it. Look at the guess and check. This is why I like guess and check. Do I already know the answer to 16 times 4?
Yeah.
So how can I change this to make add a 0? So I'm just going to write this. There's no point in doing turtle head on that. Then I add what?
Add 10.
My remainder. Okay. That's what was so hard yesterday. Does it feel better today?
Yes.
You want to know what I think? I think it was the 4-day weekend that messed up our brains.
So,
Okay, skip the next one, go to the last one. Okay? We're going to do 890 divided by 27.
do we need another line?
I think so, and I don't know why I don't have one. But I'm going to add another one just to be safe. Yeah, I don't know what I just did. I wrote the 27 in the wrong place. Now, the kids in block 1 said, well, we could change that to a 30, or we could change it to a...
25.
You guys agree with the 25?
Yes.
Yep, that's what they thought too. So let's get our 25 on there. Let's go ahead and skip count by 25s. Help me. 25, 50, 75, 100. We'll stop there for now. Notice I started with my 0 again. Okay, so which number is closest to 89? 75. So 1, 2, 3. You can't count the 0. All right? Okay, so what am I going to try?
27 times 3.
27 times 3.
If it doesn't work, we'll just cross it out.
Very good.
That's good.
Jesus is thinking ahead here.
It'll work. Well, no,
Okay, so does the 3 work?
Yes.
Okay, so Alan, where do I write the 3? On top of the 9. Good. Is 8 less than 27? Okay, so bring down your 0. Okay, now this is why I really like the guess and check, and I think I say that on every problem. But I already know that 27 times 3 is too big. So I'm going to try a 2. And do I need to do anything else? No, there's no point. I know I'm going to try a 2. So right here, try the 2.
It worked. It'll work.
Okay. So where do I write the 2?
On top of the 2.
And 54 here. I subtracted that I regrouped that in my head. Was it right? Okay. By 1. Correct? Okay. Remember, I want you to highlight today. You're going to find out when we get to the lesson. No, we're reviewing. Yesterday was a hard day. My daughter said, Mom, was it a hard day at school? And I said, oh my goodness, we were doing long division. And she said, long division? I didn't even learn that till I was a sophomore in high school. I said, well, you weren't paying attention in 5th grade then, because that's when they teach it. The reason I like to put the divisor on top when I can, because this 54 I've already done 2 other times, haven't I? So it just makes me feel more confident that my answer's correct. All right, so fist to 5 on that. Feel better than yesterday? Okay, I think we could do yesterday's exit ticket much easier now. But it's too late. We already did it. So let's go to the lesson. And I'm actually going to skip the application problem today. I probably shouldn't, but I want to concentrate on these. See what I mean by the granddaddy of them all? What's different about this problem? It's a 4-digit dividend. Leave the comma out. Write the problem. We potentially have 3 times we're going to have to decide. Okay? Now, we won't always do it. Sometimes we can use guess and check to figure out what number is going to work. But I want it there just to be on the safe side. Okay? Now, the box. Somebody's saying, the box, Mrs. Lewis. I check with the first two numbers. Will that work?
Yes.
Yes. Okay? What am I going to round my divisor to?
30.
Okay. So what will I skip count by?
3.
Threes. Okay, so skip count by threes. I can't remember how far to go, so I'm just going to go that far.
Yeah, I think we'll just go.
You only had to go to 6.
Well, but we're going to bring down two numbers, so we might need more. Okay, so stay with me. Don't go ahead. You got this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're saying, Caitlin said use the 60. You agree?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's 6 divided by 3?
2.
Okay, in the guess and check. How about Eileen? Eileen, what do I write in the guess and check? What'd she say? 2 times 29? Okay. I think that's what she said. Does the 2 work?
Yes.
Okay. Do I want you doing this in your head right now?
No.
No. Where do I write the 2?
On top of the 2.
And when you subtract, it looks like there's regrouping. So 12 minus 8.
4.
You were on the wrong problem also?
Yeah. So like, I'm getting a 52 and she's using a 29. I'm like, what? It's either you have a
Okay, is 4 less than 29?
Yes.
Bring down the 4. Now this is where, you know, this estimation line, what number's closest to 44 without going over?
30.
30. So I'm going to try a 1, correct?
Yes.
And I can go ahead and write the 1 on top if I want. I can also write it over here. If that helps me, just do it. What we did yesterday, some kids accidentally wrote a 30 here. Remember, you have to use the actual divisor. Is 15 less than 29?
Yes.
Bring down your 7. And I don't remember if it was Alan, it might have been Alan or Adam. Someone kept forgetting to bring down their numbers. Or maybe it was a girl. I can't remember.
It was
But,
at 150.
so he says 150 is closest. You agree? So what are we going to try?
29 times 5.
29 times 5.
Yeah.
Does it work?
Yeah.
What do I write on top?
5.
The 5. What do I write on the bottom?
140.
145?
Yeah.
Okay. Is 12 less than 29?
Yes.
Okay, write it down and then I want you to get your highlighter. Adam, do not highlight this 12. Do it at the bottom. I can't remember who did what yesterday, so. Okay, this is different. I cannot put my divisor on top of the multiplication problem. So as I go through this, I'm not going to see a 58 and a 29 as I go through, and a 145. I'm just not. Okay? What I'm going to see doesn't look like it matches at all till you get to the end. So this is the multiplication problem you have to do.
Oh, so no.
Okay? You have to put the 3-digit number on top. You know that already. Okay? This is turtle head, so don't forget X's and O's and try not to look at mine until you're finished. Okay? All right.
Yeah.
All right, so how do you feel about it?
Good.
Are your thoughts organized today?
Yes.
That's good news. Let's do another. No. Tomorrow you'll work with a partner. Today I'm going to guide you through because each one is a little bit different.
What do we need 3 again?
Don't forget I'm recording. Yes. Okay, well, hopefully it's going to be easier for you this time. Okay, so I'm not going to round it yet. What do I do before I round it? Nope, that's rounding.
Oh,
Decide about the box. Okay? Is 42 going to work?
No.
No. So where will I put this box?
428.
Yes. So make sure you change that box if you've got it in the wrong place. Okay. So now I can round my divisor, and you guys are thinking the 50, aren't you?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And I've actually got a skip count by fives all the way to
428.
428. So skip count by 50s. It's really fives though. So I'm going to go ahead and stop at 400. You could go all the way to 450.
I did that.
Okay. All right. So, Alan, what's my next step here? I've got to make a decision. Which number's closest to 428? 400. So I'm going to put 400 here. 40 divided by 5. What is it?
8.
What?
No, never mind.
It is. Look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I counted wrong.
Okay, you're all right. So my next step, Adam, what's my next step? Okay, so what will I write in the guess and check? Very good. 52 times 8. Don't copy mine. Did it work?
Yeah.
Okay, now you have to be careful. Yasmin, where do you think I should write the 8? Yeah, you don't want to put it above the 4 or the 2. So you have to write it above the 8, okay? So here's how I do it. On the very right edge of the box is where I write it, okay? The last digit in the box. You see the box? Okay, write it above the last digit. So we know it's 416. Is 12 less than 52?
Yes.
So bring down, okay. My next step, go to the skip counting. Which number is closest to 129?
100.
Write it down. We're going to try a what? 2. So 52 times 2. Gonna work?
Yes.
Where do I write the 2? On top of the 9. And here's how you can keep track of it. Whatever number you just brought down, that's where you write the number at the top, right above it. That's a pretty big remainder. Is it going to work?
Yeah.
Okay. grab your highlighters. Now here's the thing, boys and girls. I have a 2-digit times a 2-digit. So the best way to do this one is to put the divisor on top. Because then these numbers that I already wrote are going to match up. If the quotient is a 3-digit number, you can't do that, can you? But you can this time, so I'm going to do 52 times 82. Now remember, try not to look at mine while you're doing the multiplication problem. All right, so all of these are fun, but let's look at problem 3.
Hey, I was on that problem. Yeah, I thought we were all there, and then I realized we weren't. So
I don't know how many estimation lines I need, so I'm going to go ahead and stick with 3.
There's a lucky charm.
Before I can round my divisor, I have to make a box. So, Sergio, where should I make the box? Around the first 2 or the first 3 numbers? The first 2, I agree. 66 is larger than 63, isn't it? Try and sit still. Thanks. Okay, so what will I round this to?
60.
So I stopped at 360. I'm not sure where we need to stop, but I know that's a long way. Okay, so the first one, what number is closest to 63? 60. So this one we're going to use a 1. Now, remember I said the 1 is optional. You can write 63 times 1, or you can just multiply it. Now, where will I write the 1?
On top of the 6.
The second 6. Okay, is 3 less than 63?
Yes.
Bring down your 4. So which number over to the side is closest to 34 without going over? 0. Look at that. So, here's what I want you to remember. What number did I bring down?
4.
So my 0 goes above that number. Now, Zern does this. Okay, that's why I went to 360, I think. So now, the number I'm trying to figure out is 349. Which number is closest to 349?
300.
Okay, write that down. 30 divided by 6. So what will I try? 63 times 5.
Yeah.
Okay, so what goes on top?
The 5.
And what goes on the bottom?
315.
Oh, and we got 34 for a remainder, which is weird. Because we've had a lot of 34s, haven't we?
Yeah, does that work?
It does work. Okay, grab your highlighter. Okay, This one's different. Jaylee, which number has to go on top of the multiplication problem?
105.
Very good. Okay, is this still turtle head? All right, be careful with that 0 at the top. Don't let it mess you up.
You got it right.
Oh, good, because I was getting nervous here. So problem 4.
The number.
3,164 divided by 45. Okay, so the box.
The box.
316. Very good.
31 is
Okay, 31 is too small. What should I round this to? 50. I don't want to skip count by 45s all the way to 316. That's just going to be too difficult. I'd rather skip count by 5s.
And then guess.
Yes.
Do you think you know where to stop?
Yeah, I think it's right here. But I'm not sure.
I went all the way to 450.
Okay. So which number, Fernanda, is closest to 316 without going over? 300. Okay? So 30 divided by 5. Ryder, what do I write in the guess and check? I'm going to use a 6. 45 times 6. Everybody work it out. Does it work?
Yes.
Okay, so what?
Yes.
What, Jesus?
Wait, never mind.
No, tell me. What were you going to say?
Boy, I think I subtracted wrong.
It's 1 too high. Did you subtract it out? It's not going to. Did you get 46 when you subtracted?
Yeah.
Is 46 less than 45?
Yeah. No.
No. So the 6 doesn't work.
Oh, so it's
No. It's a 7. We've got to go higher. Very good.
What kind of story is that?
You did not subtract incorrectly, Jesus. The number wasn't high enough. Does the 7 work better?
Yeah.
Okay, Alan, where do I write the 7? On top of the 6. Oh, this is going to be a nice problem. Okay, which number over to the side is closest to 14 without going over?
0.
You guys got this. We might even have time to check it. Grab your highlighters. Okay, so I think I'm going to do 45 times 70 in my head. Because I already know 45 times 7. What is it? What? And so then what do I just need to add to the end? A 0. Plus.
14.
Very good.
3,160.
Okay.
And let's go.
Great.